I volunteer with Granite United Way because I love the real impacts that I can make in my community through the organization. There's so many different ways that one can just help others. Whether it's the day of caring, whether it's just a simple connection you make with other volunteers, or it's a phone call from Nancy saying, hey, the Littleton Food Pantry needs assistance, can you help? No matter what it is, it's great to be there for people. For a day of caring, I volunteered at Copper Cannon Camp, and I felt like I was a kid again, going back to camp. And we all met and we got our jobs, and Peter was fantastic and organized and had a myriad of things for us to do. We had some folks from the company that I work for come and run his tractor and do road work. We had pick from the garden, clean up the garden, set it to bed for the winter. We did painting, we did all kinds of different activities, and at the end of the day it felt like we had done a summer's worth of work in one day, and it was amazing. Everyone should volunteer with Granite United Way at some point. It's fulfilling. It's a way to meet other people and meet like-minded people. It's a way to find out about others in your community and learn about what's needed in the community. And it's a path forward for us to better ourselves and better the lives of those around us.
We love dealing with the community and providing a lot of community services and helping the community. You're not going to get rich from the restaurant business. So giving back to the community is a great way for us to, enrich ourselves. We'll brew a batch of beer. We will then donate about $250 to the nonprofit itself. And on the label for the can, it always talks about that nonprofit. And so we try to raise awareness as well in that way. We've really enjoyed working with Granite United Way. I think it's been really beneficial to our community, and we see a long and fruitful relationship.
There's a lot of people that lose hope, and they don't know if there's anyone out there to help them. And there is. And I think what's great about when Granite United Way reaches out to companies like ours, we can help close the gap of connection. You have fundraising and you have people that lead things, and that they're not good people to work with, it makes it very difficult to create a collaboration that is successful. The team at Granite United Way, they've been amazing and awesome to work with.
To me, Granite United Way means community support and building partnerships. And that's just increasingly more important in this kind of divided world, getting folks at the same table, working together, and doing it in such a way that really taking into account, like, what do communities need and how can we make that happen on the community level? Not just necessarily saying we want communities to do this. It's more, what do you guys need? And then Granite United Way figures out, okay, how can we help these communities achieve that goal? I like the fact that Granite United Way works on the back end with a lot of organizations, but at the same time, I think people need to realize the importance of that. When you have partnerships between organizations within a community or within a state, those kind of partnerships and the actions that come out of those partnerships don't just happen. We need help, they need support, they need organization on that back end. And I think that's where Granite United Way shines through. When I think of what Granite United Way, especially in the North Country, has done, I think of the partnerships they provide with AHEAD and affordable housing. AHEAD's been a mainstay of the North Country for such a long time, and the work they do with Granite United Way is increasingly more important as affordable housing, not only in the North Country, but throughout the state, is becoming more difficult to find and maintain. I think of the partnerships United Way has with the Boys and Girls Club, which is we're also supporter of them, and how important it is to offer an alternative for children to be kids. I think a lot of times in our society, they don't have this opportunity to be kids in that kind of environment where they can be supported. Meadowstone Farm, we're growing food, we're selling food, but we also really want to do what we can to strengthen community. I mean, as a farm, we're looking 5, 10, 15, 20 years down the road. And Granite United Way does the same. How can we create this foundation so that in 20 years, we'll have strong, vibrant communities existing in the North Country and in New Hampshire?